How do you not be broke in college? Lack of money is making my college experience miserable. I worked as a librarian at the engineering library. At college libraries, people don't really come in for the books, so I had plenty of time to get paid for doing my homework. It was awesome. Aside from selling plasma, there are some jobs that allow you to study or do homework at the same time. Late babysitting, late coverage of motel desks, that sort of thing. There are a lot of county and state jobs that require a person to stay awake on night shift and not much more. My brother has a much more fun college experience than me. He went away for college, did the frat scene, went to all the tailgates, etc. Ultimately racked up a shitload of debt. I stayed in my hometown, applied for every scholarship, worked my whole way, and graduated with zero debt. We both don't regret the decisions we made, because we're adults, and adults make life decisions like this. You have to as well. Work. You work a part-time job. Part of the college experience is being a broke college student. Take a deep breath and repeat after me. I am poor. Now curve your expectations. Get a job, and live within your means like an adult. Edit bone apple teeth. Spend less money that you make. Students make money the same way that adults do. You either have to work for it or be independently wealthy. Hustle culture will give any list of side hustles that will earn you some income. But the long and short of it is that if there were a simple and effective method of making money, then everyone would do that and the economics would reduce its effectiveness. Apply for as many scholarships as you can. Work part-time outside of class hours. Budget and be mindful of spending. Have roommates and live as cheap as possible. Take out the minimum amount of student loans possible. Parents and plasma donation. Get a job. Took me 7 years to graduate but didn't have 1 penny of student loans. Have rich parents. Student loans and a job. Work and budget. Don't buy shit that you don't need. Don't spend money that you don't have. Don't try to impress or compare yourself to others. Get through college so you can live a better life. Has OnlyFans been said? If you're cute enough, you could sell farts in a jar and men would buy it. The fun college experience for non-wealthy families ladder has been pulled up already. As others have said, with the empathy of an omnipotent God that leaves billions starving. Get a job and live beneath your means. It roughly translates to, hurry up and die in your hole so there is more for me. Job. My trade union will send you to university with a grant wherein you get paid roughly $15 an hour to go once a week until you finish. This ends with a B.A., but you must take the classes they tell you to take. I only offer this odd information as it is rather unheard of. On purpose. Get a job and spend less. Working is really the only solution. Unless you have generational wealth. It sucks. But it is possible to work full-time and go to school. I averaged 35 hours a week during semesters in college, but still was able to maintain good grades. It is shocking to see how many students don't need to worry about this though. Work part-time, like a normal student. Work and don't be dumb. Try applying for grants and bursaries. Go easy on that loan money. Obvious answer: get a job. Work as much as possible. That's what I'm doing. Student jobs, regular jobs, paid internships. Be naturally rich like me. Join the military. Save a bunch of money. Use that money to buy a house near your college, either live in it or rent it out. Then have the government cover your school cost. Live with parents, take as many online classes as possible. Work as much as possible. Join the military for a few years. While I'm college, I worked as an usher. It was a great way to see concerts for free and get paid at the same time. The downside was working basketball games. Sports fans are awful. I'm asking myself the same question tbh. Most realistic option is getting a student job, I think. Many will work their asses off in summers and save up like crazy. Unless your parents are funding everything. Working either part-time year-round or full-time during the summer are essential. You have anus? Butt stuff. No worry, Prajan get monies. And Mabes monkeypox. NBD. Live in Finland. Study in Finland is free. While studying in most countries will require handing over an often hefty tuition fee, Finland has somehow managed to keep university education entirely state-funded even for international students. There are a few exceptions. Some master's courses charge fees to non-EU EEA students. Sell drugs. You don't. You go broke or you take on lifelong debt. Well, male or female? Steal. You get a job. You the adult you are. Yes. Some students will have a daddy's wallet. Those people would fail in life if their parents died suddenly and were cut off, didn't have a family business already lined up. Wealthy parents. Rich parents. Rich parents. Have rich parents. That's the only way. 1. Have your parents give you an allowance. 2. Get a job. 3. Take out loans. The number one industry proven way to not be broke is to work. It has a 100% success rate. Join the military from Illinois or Texas. The state has its own GI Bill, which covers tuition, and the federal GI Bill covers living expenses. Then, while in college, you study really hard in a high-demand field and get a scholarship, using it as pocket money. You can also join ROTC so you have a job lined up when you graduate. Then, you can take student loans and get them deferred until you are out of the military. Not sure if that rule still applies. Military service will make you very desirable to employers while getting a lot of friends for life. Have rich parents. Have a rich family. Of. Just be rich. OnlyFans. Not enough details here. Do you feel poor because you're comparing yourself to people that have lots of funds from parents? I suggest figuring out how much money you actually need to cover the essential expenses and work just enough to cover those and or get more loans. Don't let lifestyle creep ruin the college experience. It's okay and normal to be on a tight budget in that phase of life. The focus should be your education. Having a job and living with my mom. I took a year off between high school and college to save up and took another year off halfway through college to save up again. I was broke the whole time but came out with minimal debt, which was nice in the long run also. If you can hack it. Live with roommates and ideally share a room. I always rented a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 other girls and we all saved a lot doing that. I don't know. I was poor. I worked a lot and barely got by. I didn't have friends who had money or pressured me to do expensive activities. I stayed home. I'm Gen X though, and we were accustomed to having nothing. We have a joke in our generation about stealing milk crates from behind restaurants and using them as furniture. Get a job. You're gonna have to be more specific about your situation if you want good advice. Are you supporting yourself completely? Do you go to college in a city, suburb, college town, or the middle of nowhere? Do you live on campus with a meal plan? Is your class load light enough to warrant getting a part-time job? What are your spending habits like? 3 words: get a job.